Well, I gotta activate it online. It's looking a little on the scary side. I have to spit. What's up, guys, and happy Friday, first Friday of 2020. And how am I starting off my first week of 2020? Learning about myself. Most people kind of know the origins of where they came from, but I think sometimes, I'm not going to speak for all African Americans, but for the majority of us, we really didn't get the full aspect of where we come from. And we've tried, especially in my family, we've tried to kind of search and look up things, and it's hard to find. I received this ancestry DNA kit. I got this kit from my office Christmas party. We were doing a white elephant party. Someone brought an ancestry kit, which I thought was interesting. So at first I was like, this is not exactly a bad gift to have. I was like, well, I definitely want to know. It was something I've always wanted to do and try to figure out anyway. So I was like, I'm keeping this gift. But what got me interested was just kind of wanting to know the background of my family. Now, I know from my mom's side and my dad's side, obviously they're African American, and I know like the history of our family and how we got started, but I don't know the bloodline and the background. That's something that even my dad has been fascinated. We've always talked about it over the years, trying to figure out, exactly where we originated from. And as far as I know, is at least on my dad's side, that my ancestors obviously were slaves that came here to the country. I have the box here. I'm gonna kind of go through the kits because this is my first time kind of figuring this out and how this all works, because not skip a step. I don't want to do that, because if we skip a step, I might come out pregnant or something. Yeah, I don't know. You never know. It might come back and say you're pregnant. We're not trying to do that in 2020. No babies in 2020. Do not skip a step. You cannot get your results unless you activate your test. So I have to make sure I activate the test online. Well, I gotta activate it online. Code? What is this code? And it's looking a little on the scary side. I have to spit. Can y'all take blood instead? Like, can I just do blood? I don't like doing stuff like that. Do not eat, drink, smoke, or chew gum for 30 minutes before giving your saliva sample. Wow. The collection bag. This is like some lab stuff. This is some lab mess. I guess this is a cup where you put your saliva in to determine and give you, so you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay to send it in. That is so thoughtful. It's the collection bag. This is a lot. And I know that they worked on a plantation in Texas, which is where I'm from originally. All of my family is from Texas, so that's it's about where it stops. And my dad's last name is Jones, which originated from the slave owner. So other than that, there really is no record of exactly where we came from or exactly what the bloodline is and what part of Africa. Those kind of things is what I was curious about. So as far as I know, African American. On my mother's side, and I think on my father's side as well, it's Indian. Now, I know what y'all are thinking, because all black people say that they got some kind of Indian. And that may be the case, but on my mom's side, 100% sure. We 100% sure has Indian bloodline. You can see it in the features, especially in my mom's nose. My mom has like this perfect nose. And if it's possible that those bloodlines do exist, and that is truly what I am, then that means that the test does work. He even mentioned at one point that possibly we originated from the Caribbean islands as well. That we were possibly coffee slaves, meaning the coffee beans in the Caribbean islands. So if you don't know about the history behind the slaves in Trinidad and Tobago and in the Caribbean, then do your research. Do some history lessons, read a book. Some people say the ancestry, the DNA thing, and what's the other one, 23andMe. People say that it's a scam. Some people say that it's not really 100% accurate. I've heard a bunch of different little things. It's government conspiracies. They're all taking our DNA and using it from ancestry. Whatever the case may be, I still think it's just fun. If anything I might learn from this is I just want to know how accurate it is. If I do have African, Caribbean, and Indian bloodline, I just want to see if it's accurate or not. Well, okay then. So I have completed the task here and did my little testing and put it in the box. So we are ready to send out. And this feels so weird. I feel like I don't know. This feels really weird. I remember kind of thinking about doing a test like this for our dog to figure out what our dog was. So I kind of feel like this feels a little weird. So it says in 6 to 8 weeks, I will find out what I am, I guess. So like I said, I know I'm African American, very proud to be a black girl, but it's just I am interested in this whole thing to see where it takes me and to see if it's accurate. So when that test comes in about 6 weeks, I will unveil everything as well. If you have taken this Ancestry or 23andMe, or if you've been curious too, comment down below and let me know how the test worked out for you. Let me know if it was accurate. That's what I really want to know from anybody, if the test was accurate. If you were told as a child or growing up that you were a certain bloodline, or you were part European or 10% Blackfoot or Cherokee Indian or something like that, and it ends up becoming accurate, definitely let me know. At the end of the day, I feel like all of us are mixed with something. I mean, the features of people, you can see so many different features in people, and I'm a face studier. Like, I love to study people's features more than just looking at the beauty of them, because there's beauty in features, period, of all races. And I don't know, I just like to pinpoint different things, and so this should be interesting. I'm curious to see if there's some Caribbean, if there really is Indian, that sort of thing. I'd be curious to know. So that is all for today's Friday with Andrea, and I will see you all next week. Everyone have a great weekend and be safe.